What Lenny really does for us is it takes a direct feed out of the property management system, and it essentially visualizes all of that data that in the traditional property management systems all come in static reports that you have to know how to run, know how to filter, know how to get the right information out. All of that just like extraction, loading stuff of like getting it out of the property management system in a static report, loading that into would have been Excel, right? These complicated Excel models, which the problem with complicated Excel models is they break easily if you don't build them in the right way, right? One formula on tab 20 can throw the whole thing off, right? And traditionally all of those reports would come in different ways and in different times, and maybe come in through like a batch email I get, then has to be processed. Or it's just like, hey, property manager, I need you to send me this information, right? So it's not efficient at all, not timely at all. But the core information that we would use would really come down to the monthly financials and a rent roll, which is just the list of all the people that live at the property and what are they paying, which is more of a real-time snapshot of what's happening. But the financials, if you think about the timeline of the financials, so we would get the financials 15 days after the close of the month. And then we have to essentially go and review those financials for accuracy and all this. It's probably the 20th. So we're talking about 50 days from the beginning of the month, which is what the financials represent, to being able to make decisions off of those. So you're almost 2 months behind a problem, right? Like if a problem shows up on the financials, because say there was a water leak, which means your water bill's higher. The only way you're going to know there's a water leak is if your water bill's higher. And you're looking at that water, and that water leak was going on for a month, right? And maybe the water bill even comes a month later. So maybe you're, because of this timeline, 3 months into a water leak that you're just finding out about because you're seeing the water bill, and you can't act on it, right? And so that's an extreme example, but the whole point is Lenny has enabled us to, one, just define the parameters of all the reports one time on the front end, and then ingest all those reports where I don't have to worry about it. They ingest it and they visualize it all to the fact that I can just get my dashboard and I can immediately see trends and make decisions versus having to do all this upfront work. And it's also daily info. So it's not 45 days down the path. It's daily info where I can see trends. I can see collections every day. How are we trending? Are people paying? Are they not? Are we all, and it provides comparisons, because like data in a vacuum, whatever, is it good or bad? I don't know. In comparison to how we did last month, now I have a comparison point, right? In comparison to my budget, now I have a comparison point to say, are we doing good or bad? And to be able to adjust that quickly. So that's really powerful. Real estate has been light years behind other industries in just getting to the point where we can do that. And when you have a third party managing for you, it's just a even bigger wall on access to data and things where they're just delivering this package on a timeline. I can't go in really real time and look around, and nor do I have time to do all of that. But it just has put it right in front of my face to be able to make decisions and be able to call and say, hey, I noticed this, look into that, and just get ahead of things. That's really what's powerful.